Shalom, this is Sharbon Schroller, Alliance Dan Kemp, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. First and foremost, I will give all praise and honor and glory to the Father and the Son in the proper tribute tongue. Call, Alam La, YAHAWAH, Bashim Awashai, Bashim Ha, Wakah Kodash Ma'amoth. Also, double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS. Double honors to my elders as well. YAHAWAH Basharala, peace, blessing, one third, and safety to the for elect. It's going to be this lesson is going to supplication and ultimately to praying to the Lord for, of course, more knowledge and wisdom, understanding, and to deliver the true believers, to deliver the one third, for elect, and of course make His glory known. Because we have sanctuary under the name of our Father and our King, Yahweh being the Father and the Son name being Yahawashi. We should be calling on the names to get out of this place. And of course, we should have faith and hope that we know he is going to deliver His hopeful elect in the one third. So Lord willing, you're part of that number. Lord willing, I'm part of that hopeful elect. Lord, in sincere brothers, sisters, or children that believe in Yahweh Shai, pray they part of the one third as well. So I'm gonna start from Psalm chapter 55, because there's times we're in where we're afflicted by the enemy, and of course, I've been lately hearing a lot of people. I didn't know that was a church talk. I wasn't in church like that, but I know that's how people talk. The enemy, but the enemy will be 2/3 of our people. That's the enemy, their wickedness is what do you call it? The deeds have surpassed the wicked. As well as these heathens, and of course Esau, man, the king of the heathens right now. That's the main one. That's the main antagonist right now. The physical counterpart, Satan. Esau, the Caucasian race. So I'm gonna give verse 1. It says, "Give ear to my prayer, O Yahweh, and hide not thyself from my supplication." All right. It says, I get. So, man, we have to have a earnest, a humble, and honest a request for Savior. That's what we need. Our Savior, which is in heaven, He's hearing all our prayers. The Father, and of course, Yahweh Shai is just ready to pounce on this. But of course, the vision is yet for a point of time. Keep going. Verse 2 says, "Attend unto me, and hear me. I mourn in my complaint, and I make noise." Our people are making noise right now because this person, the devil, is of course ruling this earth, the hammer of the earth. He's doing wickedly, and he's basically glorifying the wickedness of our people to where it's like an endless cycle. That's why you have this racially systematic society to where the jesters, the celebrities, the big ones that get rich and famous, they're the ones that are famous, and everyone's striving to be like a basketball player, football player, comedian, yada, so on, so forth, to get that money. But that's just a rat race. That's a hope. And you need to even be on that level. You gotta sell your soul. You gotta give up something to be that big and famous. If they didn't, then they may not be able to believe in the right true power, being the Most High. I have certainty and faith, complete hope and faith that the Most High will return and do what He promised. A lot of people, 2/3, they have hope in what they believe in. Honestly, that's why they haven't turned from the Lord, and that's how they were blinded. They're gonna be in that all the way until the Lord's men to deliver. That's just it. That is what it is. That's their lot. Because they were the same ones that were doubting the Lord as soon as they left Egypt, man. It was the same type of spirit. All right, I'm gonna keep going. This is because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked, for they cast iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. My heart is sore pain within me, and the terrors of death are falling upon me. Fearfulness and trembling are come upon me, and the horror hath overwhelmed me. And I said, "Oh, that I had wings like a dove, for then would I fly away and be at rest." That's what people want, to get out of here. You know, we want to be. Well, shoot, the verse 7 says, "Lo, then I would wander off, and I would remain in the wilderness. I would hasten my escape from the windy storm and tempest. Destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongue, for I have seen violence and strife in the city." So, kind of, man, all Esau's phylacteries and teeth, his armies, his power, his superpowers, he used that to make sure that the poor, the poor stay poor, and then spiritually, man, or physically, of course. But making sure they stay poor, that they're in poverty, that they think they have the mental change to not even know who they are, not to want to know, to only want to know mammon, only want to know money. They believe that's their only way out, or some other way, like some Buddhist or atheism or some other junk that have given them no money, but they're refusing the Lord. You know, that's how Esau has set up his kingdom, and it's doing it. You know, but the Lord's elect, the Lord's saints are still gonna get woken up, whether Esau like it or not, or whether 2/3 like it or not. It says, verse 10, "Day and night they go about it upon the walls thereof. Mischief also and sorrow are in the midst of it." All right, day and night, man, all the day long. Like, people are counted as sheep for the slaughter. You know, this because of Esau's power and Esau's mindset. He basically cannot go to sleep unless he does wickedly. You know, unless he doesn't set up a new agenda, a new policy to oppress Jake. You know, that's his whole what's it called? That's his whole purpose. You know, verse 11 says, "Wickedness is in the midst thereof; deceit and guile depart from her streets. For it is not an enemy that reproach me; then I could have borne it. Neither was it that hated me that did magnify against me; then I would have hid myself from him. But it was thou, a man, mine equal, my God and my acquaintance. We took sweet counsel together." Wait, hold on. It's like, I'm going to just go down to verse 19. It says, verse 19, "Yahweh shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old, because they have no changes, therefore they fear not Yahweh. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant." All right. What is it? Verse 19? Yahweh shall hear and afflict them, even him that abideth of old, Salah, because they have no changes, therefore they fear not Yahweh. All right, but 2/3 of our people, for Esau, that's what it's gonna go into. Their words were smoother than butter. This is times we are in, because look what we just came off of 2020, man. People are going to be in that mindset once again. They can do that easily. They can do it with just like around the 2000s, with terrorists, with Ishmael and stuff. Just off of the idea of having terrorists on in Babylonian soil made everybody just skeptical of all that, and their mindset will fund the unaliving of millions of Ishmael, them heathens over there in their land, our land, really. But yeah, that's how Esau operates and works. He can use fear. He's a fear monger. He used that fear to control our people, control everything in this world. This is his world. The world will give to the hands of the wicked, man. But of course, it can be easily taken away, because this is a world. It's not his whole earth. He can't control everything on the earth. He does have most of the earth in his hands, but it can easily be stripped away, because guess what? The power of the universe, the Most High Yahweh, Yahweh Shai gave him the same power, to deliver our people, and of course destroy this government. This wicked government that has been set up for the past couple thousand years. Esau been setting up his government. But it took a long time for him to do that, but it's gonna fall in an hour though. I'm gonna keep going though. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 36. It says, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. So kind, man. Just to reiterate the point, man. How Esau does Jake, It's just what is called a statistic when Jake is, of course, unalive in the streets. It's a statistic. And then, of course, it don't make it no better that they can just control a company that controls entertainment